What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Acts of Creation. Today we're going to be taking a look at some 8-string chord voicings. So I'm sitting here playing this Kiesel Edition Vader 8 today. Awesome guitar, extremely comfortable, and we're going to talk about some chords, and specifically using the 8-string to come up with some nice chord voicings for everybody. And that's the one thing I love about an 8-string guitar, is the fact that you get to come up with unique voicings, or at least try to, because the old cliche way of playing big old bar chords or big old drop D chords is gone. Right? You can't really do that, because if I were to play a bar chord here, it's terrible. Right? So it forces you to kind of approach chord construction a little differently, to incorporate open strings, which I love doing, coming up with chords, and as well as just try to use shell voicings. And I've done a lesson about shell voicings before, and a lot of these chords are going to take that and just extend them. Okay, so it's a short, easy 4-chord progression, and I'll play it for you real fast, and then we'll explain the chords. Very simple progression, but the chords themselves are really nice voicings. Okay, so the first chord is a type of G chord, or you can even think about it as like an F major 9 chord, but with the G in the bass, right? Because it doesn't really sound like G major or G minor. Definitely sounds more like a major chord or a sus kind of chord, and if you rearrange these notes, it's kind of like an F chord. All right, so we have 8th fret on the 7th string, skip a string, 8th fret on the E string, on the 5th string, I'm sorry. First finger is going to grab 7 of the D string, and my pinky is going to skip the G string and grab the 8th fret of the B string. And I'm going to take advantage of that high E string right there. Right? And then I'm going to switch to this chord. Really nice voicing. And again, you can look at this as like a B flat major 9 chord. But I mentioned shell voicings before, and if I look at this cool little 3-note chord that I'm playing, it's really a D minor chord, or a D minor 9 chord. Okay, it's really this chord. So I'm playing 5 the D string. Sorry, 5 of the A string. All these strings, it's confusing. 5 on the A string, the note D. First finger grabs F, 3rd fret. Pinky's going to grab C, or 5th fret on the G string. And if I add E to that, that's D minor 9. But if I put the B flat in the bass, which is the 4th fret of the low 8 string, you totally lose the D minor sound. Right? And now it becomes more of a B flat type of chord. Sorry. Right? That kind of voicing, but really low. And then I'm going to grab essentially a big D minor chord here. I'm going to grab 3rd fret of the 7th string, which is D, open A, 3rd fret F, there's my D minor, D, which is the 3rd fret of the B string, like that, I'll play the open G string, get that tension in there, which moves nice to this big C major 9 chord, just like this B, which is up a whole step, right? So it'd be 6, and then I have the little E minor shell voicing, so it's 6 on the 8 string, 7 on the A, 5 of the D, 7 of the G. Just skip over those strings, and then you can play and I would skip the B, the open B, even though it sounds nice. nice and get in its own context, it'll work. But in this chord progression, we're already playing the B flat, so I don't necessarily want to do that. And there you go. Short and sweet, simple little 4-chord progression that utilizes all 8 strings. We're taking advantage of some shell voicings. We're taking advantage of some open strings as well, right? The 8 string really forces us to look at the guitar from a different perspective, and I like that a lot. Okay, so the tabs for these chords are down below in the description, and as always, let me know what you come up with. Until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.